Episode 168. Digital Twins, Your AI Self.
The primitive forms of artificial intelligence we already have proved very useful.
AI is a golden opportunity.
How do we ensure that this technology is regulated?
The long arc of technological history is now in an extraordinary new phase.
The AI6 podcast with Joanne Sweeney.
Are you prepared to clone yourself and create a digital twin? If you are a regular listener to this podcast, you will know I am prepared to do it, and I'm currently working on AIJ, my digital twin. Hello and welcome back to the AI6 podcast. And this week's Long Listen, I bring you another interview from Digital Download on Good Morning Dublin. I joined Michael O'Kane on Dublin City FM to explore the rise of AI twins, where artificial intelligence meets identity. From brands building digital mascots and AI-powered customer service clones, to celebrities licensing their likeness for film roles and the growing influence of virtual humans, we discuss the cultural and commercial impact of this emerging trend.
To kick this off, it's quite an interesting topic and not one I'm ultimately familiar with, is AI twins. Do you want to tell me and the listeners a little bit about what we're talking today?
So we talk a lot about AI on this show, and this is just another evolution and development, I guess, whereby we as humans can create our AI digital twin, which is almost like our digital or our AI alter ego. And it's in the news this week because one celebrity has decided to create their digital twin, but also to trademark it.
Okay, you're referring to Katie Price, is that right?
That's correct, yes.
So what does that mean, Joanne? So you're talking about a digital twin. We're kind of talking like digital avatars, kind of personas. Is that fair to say?
That's exactly it. That's spot on. And people might be familiar with, creating their avatar on Meta, like Facebook or Instagram, where it allows you to create like this digital cartoon version of yourself, or you can send emojis, add it as a sticker to photos or reactions and posts. But this is something a little bit more. Your digital twin is actually a version of you that looks like you, sounds like you, speaks like you, and has mannerisms just like you, because the technology exists whereby we can essentially clone ourselves and create a digital likeness of ourselves. And so for those who are listening, Katie Price, or her stage name, her celebrity name, Jordan, she was, really famous and an influencer and a celebrity on her TV screens, had her own business, was a model, and she was big in the 90s and noughties, early noughties, but she's resurrecting her career, you could say, because in creating and trademarking AI Jordan, the name of her digital twin, she has signed a 6-figure commercial deal. So AI Jordan will now be appearing in ads and in videos and promoting and supporting the brand that she has signed a deal with, details that they haven't released. But it made the news because the question was, is this what we're now going to see in terms of what influencers or celebrities or even you and I might think of doing?
In the context of celebrities and influencers, like I'm more familiar with the likes of, in the world of Disney and Star Wars, you've had likes of James Earl Jones, you've had Carrie Fisher, you've had Peter Cushing, and these kind of people who have had AI avatars of themselves being put into movies. That's obviously going to be a big thing. Is that something that you worry is going to be showing up on social media?
Yes, it absolutely is going to happen. So not only big names of screen and stage that we're familiar with, but also individuals like marketing influencers that we see now on our Instagram and our TikTok feed. They may create digital twins, because the other side of that is brands are now thinking, well, we could actually make an AI avatar or an AI influencer and maybe not pay influencers. That's another evolution that the industry is saying is going to happen, and some people are using it, where they're creating non-humans, not of a likeness of anyone that exists, but actually using the technology to create influencers that will appear on our newsfeed. So it's, we always talk about what's real and what's not. And increasingly the lines are becoming more more blurred.
Have you gotten examples of those, Joanne, those kind of companies who are currently using AI avatars to kind of market their brands?
Yeah, so there are some tech companies in the US who are selling software as a service. And rather than having their staff, showing up and doing the marketing and facing the camera, they're actually creating avatars. So the avatar will do a demo for you of how to use the technology. It will have a conversation with you in terms of, doing a sales pitch, doing Q&A, and then that same avatar appearing in your feed on social content and ads. So there are companies already using it that don't have staff who are willing to be the face of the brand on social media.
And how do these kind of AI avatars get created, Joanne? Like, how do companies even begin to create one of these?
So you have like AI products and AI technology where you can just put in either a photo of yourself and upload it, and it will create you in your likeness. It'll ask you to record. In Jordan's case, Katie Price's position, she recorded like 30 phrases. So you will train it with your voice, your mannerisms, your movement. So you can upload existing content, or it will prime you to, rehearse phrases, conversations, interacting with somebody. You can also do it using Gen AI. So that means you can prompt the technology to actually say, create an AI avatar that has blonde hair, that has blue eyes, that's 5'2", that has an Irish accent. And so it will create it. So the technology exists, and it's that simple to input it. Now, I've used an app called Caption. So I use it to create, subtitles and videos. But I can actually create an avatar in there. And I've got like a video on my Instagram feed where, number one, I've created a likeness of me. And number two, I've created somebody just from scratch. And it's taken minutes. You also, as an experiment, if somebody wants to try it, now I've got ChatGPT Pro. You can upload a photo of yourself and you can say, create an avatar of myself in an image or in a piece of art, maybe from the Renaissance era where I'm typing on a typewriter and, there's paintings behind me. So all of that exists right now if you play along with these tools.
Yeah, we've been certainly guilty of that in the office, of taking our own images and turning it into characters from Sesame Street and Lego characters, all sorts.
Well, yeah, and you can do that for fun, and that gets social media engagement, and this is the reason that people are motivated to do it. It's how can we stand out in news feeds that are noisy and create the talkability factor, but at the same time not damaging our brand. So there's a couple of things that you want to be careful about and think about.
Joanne, we talked about this on the show before in regards to kind of how much AI is going to have an influence on social media and marketing and stuff like that. How much do you think we're going to see now in the next coming years, let's say 5 years arbitrarily? Are you going to see social media AI influencers taking over the social media landscape?
I think we're going to see it sooner than 5 years. I think we're going to see them in the next 12 months on our feed. And if I'm wrong, let's talk again in a year. Take a note. Yeah, I just think the technology is moving at such a speed, and AI adoption is happening at such an accelerated speed that people are going to be experimenting. And actually, I was having a conversation with somebody yesterday who works in this field, and he said, it's not about if, it's about when, but it's also about how fast, because businesses and organizations that don't adopt AI are actually going to lose their competitive advantage, because AI goes straight to the bottom line. It makes you more productive, makes you more efficient. And obviously that has an impact on price, and the market dictates. So really, I think because the technology is available, it's free, it's easy to use, I think we're going to see it in about 12 months. So yeah, watch your feeds for AI influencers, twins of people who already exist, or influencers that are just created from a prompt.
We're talking a lot about celebrities and kind of marketing on a bigger scale. What does this kind of AI twins, AI avatar, what impact is going to have on us, the everyday person?
Well, I think you're going to be influenced and buying from digital twins or AI influencers. So there's going to be a bit of a shift in the content that you're going to see. People listening to this might also see, well, maybe there's an opportunity for me. What could I create and could I commercialize an AI twin just like Katie Price has done? Could I make money while I'm working on something else? So I think it's really going to open our minds to opportunity of having an alter ego that can be, presenting for us while we're not there.
We've talked in the past as well about how a lot of workplaces now are using AI to kind of take care of the menial jobs, the kind of mundane jobs. Do you think we're going to be seeing a lot more AI avatars in the workspace, like actually representing us and doing our jobs and responding to emails on our behalf?
Yeah, they're your AI assistants and your AI agents. Absolutely. Now they'll be faceless, Michael, but they absolutely are here already. And again, we will be using AI agents sooner rather than later. I am currently building my own AIJ, and when she's built, I will let you know how she performs.
She's not going to be doing this interview with me next week now, is she?
Not next week, but maybe we can experiment down the line.
Okay. And Joanne, lastly, if we're not both AIs talking to one another right now, what would be one of the things that you would do with your AI avatar?
I would get her to answer expert questions for free off my website so that people can get value and, get me when I'm doing interviews like this or teaching classes.
If anybody wants to connect with you, connect with your AI podcast, where can they go to learn more?
So go to digitaltraining.ie and you can find the AI6 podcast wherever you get your podcasts.